When you are a kid, from the trenches of Nigeria, with nothing but a dream to play football in the big league, then you got to need something more than luck. This is the story of Victor Osimhen, the conqueror of the Italian Serie A. Victor did not achieve success on a platter of gold. Growing up, there were times the young Victor will move around his neighborhood cleaning gutters for as low as 20 bucks. In order to meet up with the daily challenge, he had to double that, with jogging a long distance to get water for his neighbors for as low as 80 naira per gallon. But little did he know that each step was building the spirit of resilience in him. Just after he celebrated his 13th birthday, he lost his beloved mom. It was the hardest time for the family, filling the void left by a mother. Young Osimhen was devastated, as if the heavens knew what the future holds. His dad was kicked out of his job. That was when life took a different turn. Indeed, this story proves that God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. In a family of 7, without a support system to fall back on, life taught the young Victor to mature at an early age. Things got real, and he had to hit the street hawking with his older siblings to survive. Every day running the streets struggling to survive. But God had a better plan. He was building his tenacity, developing his responsiveness, something that will later help him to become a professional in the soccer game. If you have ever seen how this young lad's hustle on the Lagos traffic, beating all the odds to make a sale, then you will understand where Victor is coming from. Years passed, and things got real tough living in the slums of Alusasun. Sometimes he will join other street kids to play football. Even as a little boy, he had so much strength and speed as compared to his peers. The street game was giving him popularity. As such, he will hurriedly sell of his water to thirsty passengers on traffic, and hurry to join the other kids on the street to play football. For sure, they was no good pitch. It was just a street game, where the owner of the ball determined the rules. Due to funding, he knew he had reached the tail end. His father's income couldn't support him anymore. He had to drop out of school. Actually, his story proves that not all those who wander were lost. It was 2014, one day playing on the street he had about the under-17 youth tournament. The screening was already ongoing in Abuja. He ran back home and told his dad, well, his father so far had been in support of his career. One thing in life, if you just have honest person who believe in you, then you are the luckiest person alive. It was hard to raise the money for the Abuja trip. As such, they had to go by road, with his dad giving him all the money they had for his upkeep. He embarked on his journey into the unknown to embrace his destiny. When he got to Abuja, the crowd was unbelievable. Thousands of other players had shown up for the under-17 screening at the National Stadium. And in Nigeria, to get selected, you need a lot of connection, money and luck. But here he was all alone. The standard rules to make the process faster was that each player was given just 15 minutes to prove their worth. Victor knew he had done it before in the trenches of Lagos. He could do it again in the National Stadium. His time came. He was given just 15 minutes to show what he was made of. His first touch was an astonishing goal. And then the second goal came. The coach Amunike was already tired. He couldn't pick much interest on the young lad. Victor could tell from his eyes that the coach wasn't interested. He could feel the weight of his family on his shoulder. His legs felt heavy. He had let them down. Just as he turned his back with a heavy heart to leave, he could hear the team doctor telling the head coach, "I think we should give this kid a chance." That was the nod he needed. The young Victor looked up to the heavens. That moment he knew his mom was actually watching over him. God of the 11th hour had just shown up for him. Victor Osimhen was selected for the team, and he went on to do tremendously well, winning the under-17 trophy in Chile, as he personally won the Golden Boot Award. Who would have thought there was gold in the slumps of Lagos? Sometimes, your present location doesn't determine your destination. Keep pushing with strength and tenacity, your breakthrough will come. Victor's big break finally came when he was signed in by German side Wolfsburg in 2017. He felt he had made it, but that was when life became more difficult. The more he fought for his place in the team, the more he was related to the bench. There were nights he cried all alone. However, he was later shipped on loan to Belgian side Charleroi. At least he was happy he will be getting playing time. Back home it was Osimhen on 1,000 backs. He had to succeed for his family. But things really got tougher. Osimhen kept the faith. Through the darkest night he knew there will be a brighter day. He kept his head up. He was again moved to France, and in 2020 he moved to Serie A side, Napoli, for a record-breaking fee of £70 million. His time had finally come. Those days he ran to sell water on Lagos traffic had built the speed needed in him, and he will become the nightmare of Italian defenders, scattering records on records. He was actually the rebirth of his mentor Drogba with the strength of an eagle and agility of a lion. He broke Samuel Eto'o's record, as the highest-scoring African in the league, and led Napoli to their first league title after a very long time. Who would have thought? The boy from the trenches of Lagos will make it this big. Indeed, whatever you are doing, keep the hope alive, and never ever give up. Thanks for watching this series, and subscribe to this channel.